Hello there and welcome to part 15 of What if Yuji had the anti-gravity system. When Yuki and Yuji fight against Kenjaku to stop his evil's plan, how will this entire fight work? To find that out, watch this part. So without any further ado, let's get started. As Kenjaku is sent back flying from Yuki's punch, Yuji lands, rushing towards Kenjaku with Yuki following right behind. Kenjaku summons Ganesha, a special grade curse spirit that can target concepts and remove obstacles. Yuji hits it with everything he has, while Yuki, who is recharging from the amount of mass she has in her arm, uses this time to heal. The cursed spirit is sent back, while Yuki uses Yuji's back as a springboard and slams into Ganesha, destroying him, but giving enough time for Kenjaku to use reverse curse technique to heal his ripped off arms. As he completely heals, Kenjaku immediately opens his domain. Seeing that all is going according to plan, Yuki too unleashes the domain, clashing with Kenjaku. Since Yuji doesn't have a domain, he is caught between the Shoret effect of both the domains. But he uses new shadow style, simple domain, to protect himself against the Shoret effect. Yuki already manipulated her domain to not target Yuji, but after a few seconds, the difference in domain refinement proves that Kenjaku is superior, breaking her domain at the same time as Yuji's simple domain breaks, bombarding Yuji and Yuki with Kenjaku's Shoret effect for a second. Yuki immediately uses simple domain to protect her for a couple of seconds, but Yuji completely abandons the idea, using reverse curse technique to heal himself as he is hit by a blast wave similar to Maximum Uzumaki. As blood flows from Yuji, he focused on pumping his blood all throughout his body, increasing his body temperature as well as pulse rate, and the number of red blood cells to give himself a greatly increased energy and physical abilities. Using a flowing red scale, he rushes towards Kenjaku, who realizes something interesting. Tengen is attacking his domain from the outside by targeting the edge of the guaranteed hits area of effect. As his domain collapses, Yuji slams his fist against his defense. Making his cursed energy spark black, Yuji hits a black flash that sends Kenjaku flying. Kenjaku lands, sliding a little as he heals his damage, while Yuji collapses to the ground, 2 damage from Kenjaku's sure hit. Yuki walks towards him, patting his back as she tells him to heal herself while she focuses on Kenjaku, which Yuji accepts. As Kenjaku stands up and Yuki attacks him, Yuji remembers all the training he did in the past 2 weeks. First with Yuki, then with Tengen. Tengen told him to eat the dead paintings, and having the knowledge about his relationship with dead paintings, he is at first hesitant. But Tengen convinces him by stating that to fight Kenjaku, Yuji needs to be able to throw away his humanity like Kenjaku did. With this, he focuses on healing himself, using blood manipulation to enhance his reverse curse technique. Due to the effects of Black Flash, his efficiency in blood manipulation is accelerated, allowing him to heal quicker. While he is doing that, Kenjaku congratulates Yuki for successfully teaching Yuji's simple domain, something Yuki brushes off. She comments on how Yuji didn't grasp the technique until his training with Tengen, surprising Kenjaku with this information. This makes Kenjaku consider Yuji a little more of a threat than before, but just a little bit though. Both Kenjaku and Yuki clash with each other, Kenjaku using gravity to increase his striking strength, similar to how Yuji does it. As he hits Yuki in the ribs after dodging a punch, he uses anti-gravity on her, sending her flying up in the air. Yuki adds mass to her, making her perfectly land back to the ground. Kenjaku knew it was going to be useless, so he baited Yuki by sending her flying, distracting her enough to charge his next attack. Kenjaku sends a small ball of gravity which has erasing properties. Yuki surrounds herself with domain amplification, knowing how anti-gravity works from Yuji's example. Mitigating the anti-gravity ball, Yuki continues her assault, with Kenjaku using anti-gravity on himself to enhance his speed enough to dodge all of these attacks. Kenjaku decides to do something completely unexpected, opening his domain once again without warning, taking Yuki by surprise. She opens her domain, but it is almost instantly destroyed by Kenjaku's domain. Warm profusion is a similar type of domain like Yuta's authentic mutual love, which allows him to imbue any curse technique he has acquired in his time of switching bodies. From Maximum Uzumaki to gravity effects from anti-gravity, Kenjaku can use any curse technique he has in his Shoret effect. Kenjaku senses something, and as he turns, he sees a piercing blood right in front of his face, and instinctually, he detaches the stitch on top of his head and uses its rotation to deflect the blood beam. The piercing blood was aimed in a way that even if it missed Kenjaku, it would still hit Kenjaku's domain, which doesn't really damage it enough to normally destroy a domain, but there's one thing that Kenjaku didn't consider. Tengen uses this chance to destroy Kenjaku's domain once again, forcing Kenjaku to exhaust his reverse curse technique. Due to Yuji having a better manipulation of his blood due to Black Flash, he immediately uses flowing red scale, coming in front of Kenjaku and slamming his fist into his face, making Kenjaku split blood and get sent back. Yuji doesn't give up the lead, continuing to beat down on Kenjaku, who blocks as best as he can, but without being able to use his curse technique, he cannot properly defend himself. Yuki takes this chance to heal herself, and Kenjaku knows that if Yuki comes anytime soon, he will die. The thought of death excites him, making him risk it all. Kenjaku has the most experience in Jujutsu and curse technique, along with how it will interact with using the brain, especially with his curse technique being brain transplant. He destroys the engraving of his curse technique in his brain and then heals it with reverse curse technique to forcibly restore his exorcist technique. Kenjaku reduces his weight to dodge Yuji's punch, immediately using convergence to gather blood and shoot a piercing blood through Yuji's lung, making him bleed and spit out blood. Yuki finally arrives back in the battle, trying to slam her arms into Kenjaku, who uses anti-gravity to catch Yuki's fist. But before he could do anything, Yuji heals up, using domain amplification on his arms and grabbing onto Kenjaku, negating the anti-gravity before slamming his head with Kenjaku's, making him bleed. Kenjaku grins, figuring the fact that this must be something that Tengen taught Yuji to. He decides to do it once again, so he rips his arm from Yuji's grip, using domain expansion. Yuki does it too, trying to cancel Kenjaku's domain. While Yuki can only use 3 domains per day, she doesn't know how many Kenjaku can do. As both domains clash with each other, Yuji encases himself with falling some emotion, taught to him by Tengen once again. Tengen is the best at barrier techniques and one of the best at anti-domain techniques. So to train Yuji to counter Kenjaku, Tengen taught Yuji all of the anti-domain techniques she knows. With falling blossom emotion, Yuji is able to use his full power, healing his body before using convergence, aiming the piercing blood right at Kenjaku's heart, firing it and making it go through him as Kenjaku's domain gets destroyed by Yuji's attack, making him get hit by Yuki's shorehead domain. Kenjaku immediately destroys his brain before healing it, popping his domain back again. Yuji once again charges up a piercing blood, this time striking at Kenjaku's brain. Before the attack could land, a mouth appears on Yuji's cheek, speaking.
Extension.
This is where I'm going to leave for this part right here. With Sukuna taking control of Yuji at this crucial moment, how will the story go forward? Will Yuji take back his body? Will Kenjaku finally die for good? What will be the outcome of this battle? For all of that, continue watching. So if you guys like this, do support me. So until the next time, ta-ta.